Hey, welcome back. This is episode 44 of the Part-Time Players podcast. This is a video game podcast where four pals discuss the week's video game news. My name is Reese Lagden. I am joined by, does that say Bradders?
Bradders!
Yeah, Bradders Seeley.
Such a geezer.
Yeah, how are you doing today, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. Ready to talk about the old video games.
The old video
games.
Nice. And then we got this guy, Ash Seeley.
Hey. Hello. Hey. I done a little wait for the... Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah, but I said hello, so...
Yeah, he's helping both sides. He does cater for both. And then Bradley Moore. How you doing today? Yep.
God, yeah, it's like a duck spin run over.
I know. So unpredictable. I don't know what you're going to get from Brad.
Yeah, it's different every week. That's my thing.
Love Shacks.
Diverse.
You are diverse. Anyway, this week's topics are Ash is going to give us the fourth installment now. Was it fifth of Resident Evil? He's played the demo.
I just love Resident Evil.
Oh no, yeah. Every week is Resident Evil. We want to see what he comes up with next week about Resident Evil.
He's going to be talking about the next one.
Yeah, he's going to be talking about the next one. Bradley Seeley's going to be talking about the U-turn Sony's done on the PS3 store and Vita. And Bradley Moore's going to be talking about Transmog in Destiny 2 and the Guardian games, which kicked off this week. And I'll be talking about NieR Replicant 1.22, which is a remake/remaster of the 10-year-old game. But yeah, if you want to listen to the show, please subscribe on YouTube at Part-Time Players Pod or on podcast platforms. Just search Part-Time Players Podcast anywhere. We're on pretty much every platform. So we really appreciate.
Check out our link tree on our social media as well.
Yes, all that.
Wherever you want to go.
Absolutely. So yeah,
as long as you do it with us, we won't take time to people.
Yeah, absolutely not. Subscribe to us, and if you want to listen to someone else and come back, it's fine. But click on us first. So we post new episodes on Monday and little topics throughout the week on our YouTube. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Who would like to kick it off?
I'll go first.
Yeah, wow, it's volunteering. He's normally very reluctant to go do any kind of form of speaking, but here he goes. Bradders.
Bradders is gonna take.
Bradders in the house.
Bradders up in the house with the video game news.
Wow.
This is why he shouldn't be allowed near the mic.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that? But that was mine. That's my fault.
I think we spoke about it last week, didn't we? We kind of had a little rant about what I did about then closing the store and all these games are going to be like unavailable, and like some of them that needs updates obviously we won't get them, and the physical copies prices were going up and up and up because people were trying to just secure like a back catalogue of games before they disappeared. But then we had a statement by who is this? Jim Ryan, old Jimmy boy,
CEO.
CEO, yep. Upon further reflection, it's clear that we made the wrong decision here. So today, I'm happy to say that we'll be keeping the PlayStation Store operational for PS3 and PlayStation Vita devices. PSP commerce functionality will retire on the 2nd of July, 2021 as planned. So yeah, Vita and PS3 still getting the support. It says foreseeable future. Obviously, you don't know how long it's actually going to be before they do decide to pull the plug. Because I think they said they was originally going to do it just so they can start, focusing on.
Is this just whinging fucking gamers? Because who's using the PS3 store? Surely when they decided that they were going to close the store, they run statistics, had a look at activity and thought there is X amount of percentage of people that use the store. It's not profitable. It's not worth the development upkeep. Let's not do it. They say we're going to shut it off. Oh, no, don't shut it off. Oh, no, I love my PS3. Even though I've never fucking used it in 4 years. And then they're just... surely they know who uses it and who doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't use it, but I do think the preservation of games, I think it should be good. You know what I mean? Like when a new book's published, a copy of it gets put in the British Library. That's,
so we need a gaming British Library.
We need to have a gaming, a games like archive. This.
I feel like it's gamer whinging entitlement.
To be fair, I would have thought the PSP store would have been shut a long time ago. So I'm more surprised that it's still going.
Vita? Is it not Vita?
No, Vita and PSP's going on the 2nd of July. So that's getting shut down.
And Vita
and PS3 is staying.
Okay.
It's crazy that the PSP still, Yeah, it's still it's still alive.
Yeah, but you got like hipster kids who are playing their Vita, playing their PSP, being like, I don't want any change.
Yeah, I got rid of my PSP years ago.
I do only use it for like watching UMDs, watching DVDs on the go.
I do have to agree with Brad though. It's just whinging entitlement at this stage, because if you really want to play the games, you can buy them all physically.
Yeah,
literally.
I feel sorry for the people who did buy them physically, because they've just been mugged right off. They've been paying fucking premium, 60 quid for Spyro or something, and then it's like, oh, by the way, we're keeping them, you dickhead.
Yeah. Although I feel like by now, any game that you want on that console, you've probably already got, surely. And if you've got a newer console, like a PS4 or PS5, then PS Now has got all the PS3 games.
If you're that into old, nostalgic PS3 games, you'd subscribe to PS Now. That
you would, yeah.
Yeah, I'd just say I buy all my games physically anyway. So I have the games I want to keep, I'll have, for as long as they can be played. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting. It's kind of like when Xbox was going, we're going to change all the pricing for Xbox Gold, and then everyone kicked off, and I was like, oh no, sorry, we're not changing it, and all free-to-play games now you don't have to have Xbox Live. So it's kind of.
I'll tell you what's good though, because at least they're listening. Even if people are whinging about stuff which we don't consider to be, very important, at least they're like, oh, right, they're kicking off. We'll just keep it. I ain't got my fucking skin off my back.
Yeah, and they did say, they did say in the thing as well, like they listen to their community, and
it is like an outcry community now, isn't there, with gamers though? Everything that happens that they disagree with is and then the developers just change it.
Any social media and just sending videos and just crying and just shouting until I get what I want, which I think is fair. That's I'm allowed to get what I want, and I want it now.
Exactly. With such babies. We're going to go into when we talk about Destiny, but obviously some decisions that Bungie have made, and everybody's going to cry about it, and Bungie's going to change it, because they did it with the sunset in. People cried, and they did it a U-turn on that, and it's just the way things are. But
I cried about sunsetting.
You did, and that's why they listen.
And Stasis.
You sent all those death threats. Look at all those death threats you've done. When you cut all the. Oh, sorry. The magazines, you cut all the words out. It's really.
Turned on incognito mode. Sent some death threats. Thought they never fly me. That's it.
Bought that V for Vendetta mask. Kept standing outside their houses.
There's hackers with the hackers. It's but it's interesting that they did the U-turn. And let's face it, they are going to end up doing it because as you said, it costs them money. But
is it on the website, right? It's not like an app. I think the app came in PS4, and then obviously the PS5 is integrated.
So
it was like it's like a website, right? You
because I don't know where I don't even know where you go to buy PS3 and PS Vita games on the I don't know, but because I don't do it. But
I know a guy.
I'll go down to CEX. If I want a PS3 game, I'll go down to CEX and buy it for a couple of quid. But I haven't bought a PS3 game in a long time. I don't think I will.
Why would you? Why would most people? That's why. Like Brad said, they run the numbers. It's not making money. It's costing them servers to keep it up and running. It's a website.
My PS3 is currently in a box in a garage. It's not even. It's not.
This is how old it is. A PlayStation 3 is. I didn't even have one. Me and Brad shared one, so we lived together.
Yeah.
First console I ever got from my own was a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Because we're brothers, we share.
Yeah.
We shared consoles.
We shared stuff.
Yeah.
And deodorant, because we're nice. We're good like that. Roll on deodorant. Take
That's too much.
Brothers.
Where does it stop? Toothbrushes?
Yeah, we shared toothbrush.
We never stop. Girlfriends, which was weird because Brad's a lot older than me.
Yeah.
Anyway, too much of a.
No, we're not. We don't live in Norfolk, so we're not like that.
No, we don't live in Sheffield.
Oh wow,
got no defense.
That was my topic. The PlayStation. It weren't massively. There
was a lot of information there.
Just a bit of a general notice, really, to our listeners who care. You're welcome.
Well,
Nice.
And a little afterthought on inbreeding.
if anybody does care, please write in the comments or let us know, because I'll be interested that anybody else does.
I think, people do care, and everyone else seems to have the opinion that who gives a shit. So,
yeah. And then in like 10 years' time, they can bring out like a mini PS3 and everybody can be like really excited and all scalpers can take it.
Or you mean like the mini PS1 they bought out and everyone like condemned it for being absolute shit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good times.
I just want a mini GameCube. That's what I want.
Where's that? I'd love a mini GameCube,
yeah.
So once again, I'm going, but then I would buy it and I'll never play it.
Yeah, no, I'd buy it and I'd be like, these are good games, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to go on and turn this off. Put it in the
I've got a GameCube on the shelf. If I want to play it,
that's mine. Technically.
Oh, yeah, I can say the right one. Yeah.
Massive, mate. Massive. Get a little one.
Silver special edition.
That's mine.
Oh, yeah.
That's my one. That is.
I don't know how all my stuff ended up around your house.
You give it to me. You was like,
sure I didn't. Even if I did, I want it back. Change my mind. I'm going to put it up there.
No,
put it up there.
It's in my studio. It's next to Snorlax. So.
Probably mine.
Well, anyway, Bradmore, Destiny 2.
Destiny 2.
Drink some horrible water now.
Horrible water.
It just tastes it. It tastes
Smart.
So bad. It's not smart. It's from the tap.
Is it from the tap? Mate, if your water's tasting bad, don't drink it. That's rule number one.
Other brands are available, by the way. We're not sponsored.
This is not. Yeah, this isn't smart water. Smart water is not. This is just shit tap water. Should have put it for the Brita. I did put it for the Brita.
The sponsor this week is tap water. When Brad seen his out. It's shit.
It tastes like shit. It tastes like chemicals.
Oh, well.
Anyway, sorry, Bradmore. Destiny.
It's all right.
Done. We don't care.
Yeah, we was interrupted by that commercial. Now we're
that we get fuck all for.
Yeah,
because it's tap water. All right, Destiny news. Guardian Games launched the Olympics of Destiny. I
should have had a little jingle. I should have had a tune for it.
Yeah, you should have.
I thought you were going to say Jesus then.
No,
Jesus.
And a little Jesus, really.
Sorry,
this derailed. Go.
Guardian Games. It was launched this week or last Tuesday on Reset. It's an annual event. Well, they've only done it as second one now.
Brad's a dog.
And what?
Brad's dog. They're just staring.
Oh
yeah. A little brick behind you.
For the audio listeners, Brad's dog has just popped up and he's just staring straight into the camera.
He wants to hear about Guardian Games. He wants to get involved.
He wants to know. He's a big Destiny fan.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, he's listening.
Looks like a hunter. Wow, that's freaking me out. Fucking hell. All right. So yeah, Guardian Games launched. We've also got some news on Transmog this week in the form of This Week at Bungie, which we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, Guardian Games is so lackluster. It's a free event, right? And before we go into complaining about it, we have to remember that it is a free event. There's not going to put much development time behind it because it's just something for us to do to fill those gaps between the next seasonal update. But yeah, they just missed the mark. Hunters. So for those who don't know, it's there's 3 classes in Destiny: Titans, Warlocks, and Hunters. And it's supposed to be a competition where you go head to head with the other classes. And you earn points, or what they're called laurels, through various activities. You slam them into a podium, and there's a winner at the end of every day. And at the end of the whole competition, there's an overall winner, which is great. The concept's brilliant. And then you get to sort of bragging rights that your class is the best, because that's a thing in Destiny. Everyone always says, I'm the best. My hunters are the best. Titans are the best, whatever. But yeah, hunters just won every single day. Yeah.
Are hunters overpowered then?
They're not overpowered. They're just popular. It's just
they're better. They're better than the rest of them. Are you a hunter?
I'm a sad person, and I'm all 3. I've got all 3 characters, so I can sway with the wind.
He is no life sweaty bastard. I'm a hunter. I'm a hunter though. I think Brad Seeley was a hunter when he played it.
When I played, I was a hunter, yeah. Because you get a nice little cloak, didn't you?
Exactly. It's all about the cloak.
Yeah.
I was a Titan when I played.
Yeah,
I hate to say it.
Like a tank, isn't it? So,
I hate to say it, but the best part about Guardian Games is the cosmetics in the Eververse store. And it's got this glowy... microtransactions. It's like this glowy cloak that you get.
It's fucking mint.
Bought it, ended the Guardian Games, never participated. Done.
Yeah,
next event, please.
The rewards you can get are a gun called the Heir Apparent, which is a great gun, and there's a catalyst that comes alongside it, which makes the gun even better, which is great. But you can do that in 2 hours, and this is a seasonal event. They just missed the mark. I just feel like they should put a bit more time and effort into making it an actual coherent competition. But it's really not. Last year it was just Titans. Titans absolutely swept the board because they did something with the numbers and said, look, there's like however many hunters are so popular, so hunters just going to win it, so we're going to level out the playing field. And they did something with the maths, the way it worked out, but they also fucked it up because Titans just won every single day. It was like, oh, all right, Titans have won it, boring. And then they've done something different this time, and now hunters just won it every day.
What's the other class?
Warlock.
They might win it next year.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, probably. Bungie are a bit woke like that. They want everyone to be a winner.
Everyone should be able to enjoy the game.
But, yeah, Reese, what are your thoughts on Guardian Games? How do you think that how do you think they could improve this model? Do you think they should bother putting the development time into making it what it should be, or do you think they should just let it be a shit-free event that no one really cares about and move on?
No, I think it could be something good, and that's why it's a little bit frustrating.
I do.
I think they should add either a new strike or some kind of new playlist or something new that you're doing. All you're doing is doing the same things, except for you're getting a bounty alongside. So just get killed, just get this, just do the same activities you've already been doing all year round. And now you just adding to your team or your class, whatever. It's just kind of like, there's nothing new to it. I don't know why they
sorry.
Sparrow Racing, even like there was rumors about Sparrow Racing coming back. Make it a racing thing. That'd be quite cool. Like everybody's on their Sparrows, everybody race. You represent your team. I don't know, just anything. I don't really care at this point. Just do something, not fucking bounties.
It doesn't feel like a competition, does it? There's no competition there as well. It's lacking that. There needs to be. So I think at the moment, right, there is a strike playlist that you can go in, and it match makes you with other of the same class. So if you go in as a hunter, you match with 2 other hunters. Strike is a 3-man activity, and you collect as much stuff as you can. But there's no competition. You're not seeing what another team is doing with 3 Titans, or you're not seeing what another team of 3 Warlocks are doing. You're just mindlessly going in, playing as your character, and hoping that you do better than everyone else. But why don't they make the strike match made so you match up against? Or do a PvP match where you've got 2 hunters, 2 Titans, 2 Warlocks, and you all fight it out. And when you kill, the whole supremacy game mode where you capture the what is it called? Not capture the flag, the tag thing in Call of Duty. What's it called when they drop the tags?
I'm not sure.
I played Team Deathmatch and Domination. That was one I played.
So if you die, you drop
Fall Guys. When you got the little tower in Fall Guys, we got to try and grab it.
Yes.
Just make Guardian Games Fall Guys.
Yeah, or have a strike where you go in as 3 different classes, like a hunter, a Titan, and a Warlock, and you're competing within a strike to get the most kills, to get the most collectibles. I don't know. That would make
that could work. That would be quite good with the strike thing. If you said if there was teams of 3, so obviously each class, so there was 9 of you, and you was all doing the same strike, and there was either some how many kills each person got, the time limit, who did it the fastest, and at the end there was stats, a breakdown. The hunters got this many kills, did it in this amount of time, and they did it with these. Do you know what I mean? Something like that, and at the end it was first, second, third. You did it quickest. You got the most kills. Speed run. I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many options, but there's nothing. Just do bounties that you do all the time anyway.
Is there a little introduction of the Olympic torch? That'd be good.
Yeah, they dress up all the towers. They always do with every event. It's the most exciting it gets.
Interesting fact about the Olympic torch, first introduced by Adolf Hitler. So there we go. You learn stuff on here. Yeah, he learns.
No.
Yeah, he first introduced it. Google it. I'm listening to a podcast about dictators. I'm well into them at the moment. So no, I don't mean horrible. I mean it's information. It's good. It's good to know, isn't it? Don't repeat their mistakes. That's what I'm saying.
Character building the case for you, Ash. Murdering people, dictators.
Don't take it out of context. That's good though.
Jesus. This is going on the internet. Of course, it'll be taken out of context.
Oh well, I don't care.
Yeah.
All right. Second bit of news that come out of Destiny is Transmog is going live for next season, which we've known about for a long time, but we got all the details about Transmog. Huge discussion point, huge, not uproar, but people are just a bit pissed about how tedious it's going to become. So transmog is the process in basically turning any piece of earned armor into a sort of interchangeable, like you can dress how you want.
Cosmetic.
Cosmetic. You can place a cosmetic over a piece of stat gear, so you can look how you want to look. I think the term transmog came from World of Warcraft. Actually, they're calling it in Destiny. It's called armor synthesis. But yeah. So yeah, it's so tedious. Like the way that they've said that it's gonna happen is you have to defeat enemies in anything, and enemies drop a new consumable called synth strands. When you get a certain amount of synth strands, I think it was like 150 or something, you can use that material to buy a bounty from a vendor. You have to complete a challenge from a bounty from the vendor that will drop a synth cord. You use a synth cord to go to the loom in the tower, and you then buy a synth weave. You then use the synth weave to go into your collections and unlock that piece of armor that you've had in the past as a cosmetic, as a transmog piece that you can use. So it's like,
can you do this through microtransactions as well?
Yes,
I'm going to do that. I'll do that 100%. I'll do that. Here's a tenner. Give me my old stuff. Going these 15 steps to get it.
Sure.
I can't even be bothered most of the time to turn my console on and just play a game. Let them do all this, as well. Like,
I've got to get simp weaves. I've got to get a simp braider.
It's very convoluted and it's very overcomplicated. There's so many steps there, and it's almost like there are so many steps because it is also tied into the Eververse store. You can just buy these synth weaves straight up, which cuts steps 1 to 3. So it's obviously a conscious decision. They it's a live service game. They need to monetize the game. So they've said, all right, well, let's make it a little bit grindy. It's also ticked a box that's content that you can go away, you can crack on and do that. You thick guardians, you love chasing shit around for the sake of it. Go and do that. I do that. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like it's just too grindy. I feel like they could cut 2 of those 4 steps out. Why cut I don't know, cut the bounties out. You don't need bounties, just collect pieces and convert it, or just buy the bounties with Glimmer. Why are we getting another consumable to then have to use that? We've already got enough currencies in the game. Okay. It's just another currency to buy another type of bounty. Just let us buy it with Glimmer or something. I don't know. It just seems a bit OTT personally, but I'll probably do it because I'm a mug.
No, I don't like that system at all. I totally agree. They need to cut out either the bounty system or just the whole thing. Because when they obviously introduced Transmog, you just think, oh, that's quite good. You can just go into your menu, everything's available, all shaders are available. You can completely customize your hunt or whatever class you are as much as you want. And then when they turn it into content, it's like, Transmog shouldn't be content, it's just cosmetic, and people that actually care about that probably already have bought stuff on the Eververse store, a bit like me. Like I've bought a new cape. I don't care about grinding for another cape because I've already got a cape that I prefer. So it's like, who is this actually for? Is it for people that don't care about cosmetics? People that do? The in-betweeny people just want to grind and tick everything off like Brad? It's for those people, I think, just want to tick everything off.
Yeah, I'm not overly pissed off. Like some people are really pissed off. It's just, it is what it is. It's a bit annoying that it's content. I will do it passively because with most of this stuff in Destiny, you're doing the stuff you're doing anyway. It's just a few, you've got to go here and pick that up on the way and go there and do that. So we'll get it done anyway. And people were annoyed because there's a cap on the amount you can earn as well. So you can't even do this till your heart's content. They're capping 10 pieces of transmog gear per class per season, so it's not like you can indefinitely get everything. Like if you're a collector in Destiny like I am, I just want everything all the time. Like I won't ever be able to complete a transmog set unless I buy it from the store. Like you are capped with the amount you can do, and again, I think that's to sort of push you towards the store a little bit. So they're
giving you 20 first season as well.
Yeah, they give you more for the first season, which makes sense because it's a new thing that's introduced and people have already got, right, I desperately want this helmet, that. Like people have got their wish list. So it makes sense to give us more to start off with. Fair enough. And then after the first season, it'll just be something that's there that we can utilize.
Yeah.
But
can you buy?
What are the prices like? Sorry.
Go and answer that question.
Yeah, what are the prices like? To get that whole kit that you was just talking about, what would that work out as?
So is it 5,000 silver, right? For
1,000 silver for 5 pieces, and you can. When I buy silver, I pay 16 quid and I get 2,100. So about 8 quid for one full gear set.
Okay.
Which is sort of middle ground. It's not.
Can you buy with bright dust, or is it just silver?
Just silver. Just silver.
Okay.
But it's earnable in game, but it's also there for silver. So it's treading the line. I think it's acceptable, the price point, and the fact that you can earn 10 per class per season is okay for me. I don't mind that, but for some people who are going to really smash it and proper collectors, is going to be a bit of a problem.
I think it's one of those things. I mean, this is like a, if you want this game to continue and you're a true fan of it, you've got to support it, ain't you? You've got to. They do give you a lot of stuff, and it's not like this is the only way you can get it is through paying it. You can do it. You can get most of it through grinding. So I think it's one of those things. Is the more you put, and they seem to be. I don't play it, but they seem to be like the more you put into it, the more people pay, the more stuff you're getting. It's not like they're just holding it and sending something out every now and again. If people really enjoy it and put the money in and buy all this stuff they're putting out there, they'll continue to put more stuff in the game. So. They're not the worst company, are they? I mean, it's not the worst.
No, I do agree with that. No, you're totally true. And a bit like what you were saying as well, Brad, because you just play the game a lot. People that play the game, you're just going to naturally earn the stuff. You're eventually going to have the things. And if you care about what your character looks like, you probably already got the stuff. I've got so many augments and basically transmog already for my hunter. I've got about 10 different cloaks, this and that. And it's kind of like, when I look at my collection of the ones I would want, there's only probably like 4 or 5 that I can pick out that I actually would unlock that. So it's like, okay, I would probably naturally, and I'm happy to wait. It's not that big of a deal. The only thing is like, really? Another grindy thing.
And it is a bit of there is a bit of an issue. Well, it's not an issue, but there is a dilemma from Bungie's part, because it is now a free-to-play game. There is a free entry point. But not everyone is playing it free to pay. I pay a season pass. I do wonder if there's a better way to do this, where season pass holders, like if you currently own the current season, so you've paid that small price. I think the seasons are only like a tenner, aren't they? They're not much for like 3 months worth of content, so which is very underpriced, really. But if you're a season pass holder,
they're underpriced.
Why don't you make it an easier route to unlock Transmog? Why don't they cut out 2 of those 4 steps we spoke about? If you're a season pass holder, you can buy those bounties with Glimmer, or if you're a season pass holder, you don't buy the bounty, you just buy the synth cord straight up. I feel like that would be a happy medium, because I get why you'd want a free-to-play player to push them towards the store. That makes perfect sense, and I'm all for that. I think, if it's free-to-play, all the development costs that go into the game, there should be some outlets. So maybe there's some middle ground there. But I feel like you said at the start, Reese, I feel like they are going to do some sort of U-turn, because everyone is kicking off. They don't like the look of this system. So Bungie normally do listen, and I think it's too late in development for them to change it. I think they'll say, we've heard your feedback. We're going to go ahead for this season, but we'll look at making some positive changes. This is a summary of your feedback. Let's look at the changes for next season, season 15. I think that's probably odds on how they'll handle it.
I think what they'll probably do is, rather than change the system, there will be like a little package in the Eververse store, and here's 10 synth wave or whatever the final material is that you need. It would just like give it to you, or give you something. Just because I feel like you'll give something. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like if you don't want to do the stages, here it is. Take it. If you want to do it, then obviously it's your choice. I think it should be more of an optional thing. But no, you're right. It's the real problem with Destiny, the fact that it's now free to play. And it's like that balance of us who buy everything and then don't view it as a free to play game. It's like a lot of the content is free to play, like Guardian Games were moaning about that. This is also free. All these different events that we play throughout the year are just free. You can just jump in without giving them a penny. And it's kind of like, well, I don't really view it as a free-to-play game, because I give them like, I don't know, 50, 60 pounds a year.
Yeah.
And yet I'm being treated like I don't give them anything. And I buy money on the Eververse store as well. So I don't know. It's kind of like, where do you go? And they should really be pushing towards the people that give them money rather than catering to the people that don't. So, But interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more we could delve into it, but I guess we'll leave it there for now. That's our initial thoughts on Transmog.
Yeah. Lovely. How long does it go on for, Guardian Games? Until the end of the season?
Till the end of the season, yeah.
Which is till the 11th of May?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11th of May. Yeah. Which is going to fall awfully for Mass Effect. Mass Effect's the 14th, right? I believe?
Yep.
Friday. So new season of Destiny starts on the Tuesday. Mass Effect comes out on the Friday. If the raid comes out on the Saturday, I'm
going to need some time off work.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy couple of weeks, and you guys have got Resident Evil the week before that. So
I've got a week to complete Resident Evil. That's my challenge.
You'd be able to do that easy, I reckon. Probably not enjoy it.
What day does it come out on a Friday?
It comes out on the 7th. I'm not sure what that is.
I think it might be a Friday, and and it obviously starts on Tuesday, so you basically got a weekend.
Oh.
Are you going to play it at Halloween?
7th is a Friday. Yeah.
I'm just not going to play it. I don't think.
Just not
gonna.
I don't know if like horror games you could only play at Halloween. Is that a rule?
No, I can play. I can play horror games non-seasonally.
All right,
I'm not going to lie.
It's mainly just Christmas.
It is a bit stupid they brought it out this time of year. How sunny is it out there?
Yeah.
And I've got to play a horror game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to close my curtains. Yeah.
Do you reckon it was supposed to be released in January? Because they've released the last 3 of them have been at the end of January, and because of COVID, it's probably been pushed 2-3 months. Yeah, so it was probably planned for that same. Capcom likes that spot, don't they? I think Mass Effect. Monster Hunter was released then, and Resident Evil has been released then. They got that really nice window when no games are out in January, and they just release a big hitter. It does really well. So, it's going to work out great for them now.
Well anyway,
there's obviously no games, and it looks good. But anyway, we're talking about it. Do you want to talk about the demo?
Segue.
So I played the demo, and it didn't disappoint. That's it. Yeah, done. Done. Anyway, Reese, what's your topic? I played demo, and it was really good. It was. I don't like time demos, but to be fair, I finished it with 4 minutes to spare.
Oh, was it stressful? Was it like a clock?
No, luckily there wasn't. But if when you paused it, it come up with the time. So that was so every time I paused it, I was like, oh fuck, 9 minutes.
Can't pierce right now, can I?
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's really good. There's so much in that demo. I didn't rush through it, but I wanted to get through it. I wanted to get to the end. And so I don't even think he was meant to do, and I did get to the end, and I got to the conclusion and stuff like that. But then I watched other people play it who have obviously got multiple accounts, so they took their time just going through it, and there was so much stuff I missed on there. So on social media, on Instagram, we put a little picture up of the goat, and it turns out in every Resident Evil game, there's like a bobblehead. Those goats are the bobblehead because they make the same noise. I didn't notice at the time because I didn't have my headphones on. But they make like a little clicking noise. So you shoot them, and you shoot so many of them, and you get an achievement, and you get normally a good thing about Resident Evil games, you get an unlockable thing at the end of the game. So it'd be like a gun with unlimited bullets or something like that.
Sure.
So they was in there. I found one in that little shrine. I found one on top of a house. So they're just going to be dotted everywhere. On the statues there was, if you look really careful, you can see certain things glimmer, like shining. So if you shoot them, you get like little jewels. You can use them like monetary value. You can sell them. The graphics were amazing.
And this was the village one, yeah. The castle.
This was the village
this week.
The castle one comes out tonight, so on Sunday. So I'll play that tonight.
Next week.
Yeah, and talk about it next week. Yeah, exactly that. Everybody loves, and then I don't want to be talking about the week after that. Resident Evil, I want to play the whole game. so people who enjoy Resident Evil are loving this podcast at the moment, like me.
Yep.
So there's lots of little hidden things in there. There's little bird cages hanging, so you can shoot them. You get some scrap. It's just so much stuff hidden, and so much stuff within that little demo. Like you can jump fences and go find stuff which are further away around borders.
So like the little puzzles, that's a little puzzle. What about that? The enemies, are they good? Or
so the enemies, the Lycan, the werewolfmans, they were scary. So you've only got a handgun. Turns out you can get a shotgun. Again, I didn't find that. I didn't do very well on this demo, but I had a little handgun. And you go into like a field, and all the grass is really tall, and you just hear things running around, and you're like, oh bloody hell, there they are. And then next thing you know, they're jumping at you, and they are hard to kill. I unloaded the whole clip into one of those bastards, and it still didn't kill it. So it's all about headshots. If you're going to shoot the body, it's pointless. Just don't do that. So yeah, you shoot them in the head, you can kill them. A really interesting thing you could do. There was a little shack. If you run into the shack, there's like a bureau by the side of the door. You can pull it across, and so you've got them trying to get in there, trying to get in through windows, and it gives you a little bit of breathing time to get your gun ready and shoot them. You can shoot them through the bureau, like through the gaps of the windows and that, but eventually they will break through. So they're making the world a little bit more dynamic. It's not like that's a scripted thing. You don't have to run in there and do that. You can just do it anyway. So a couple of those things are popping up. So I think that's really interesting because they've not really done anything like that before. What's the other thing? Yeah, you play as Ethan, as I've said before, and Ethan has a problem of getting attached to people way too quick, and which happens. Spoilers, that happens in this demo. There's a girl, and he's just like, oh, I've got to look after her. He really is. And then she dies. And spoiler, I said spoilers, but she dies. And then he's like, why does everyone keep dying? And he probably gets annoyed. And I'm like, oh, maybe it is traumatic. You're in a village and you're surrounded by werewolves.
It's quite stressful. This
one person who actually seems to be a nice person has died again. But one thing what is interesting, he went into that village knowing, looking for his daughter, and he just brought a handgun with him, as far as I can see. Maybe something else happening. I'm hoping to make more sense. He's gone into the village with like a massive bag of guns, and much like Deadpool, he's left it in the cab.
Yeah, he should have rocked up like Blade. Just like some black sunglasses, just like black leather,
sword, like an RPG,
like a gun that shoots silver spikes. He should have just been like, that's how that's how he should have rocked up.
That's how he should have done. But instead, it looks like he's turned up with a shitty little handgun, which is annoying. The story from the demo looks really strong. There's puzzles in it. It was really weak puzzle. You just had to put two things in and turn them so they was at the right orientation. But honestly, it just looks amazing. And the graphics are really good. There's going to be that you can either have it in a lower frame rate and a higher like with ray tracing and that. I'm going to have it with ray tracing. I'm not all that bothered about frame rate. I just want it to look the best it can, because there's a lot of enemies in it, but when I'm not fighting those enemies, I want the graphics to be top notch.
Yeah. I saw that the tall vampire lady is going to act as a like a Mr. X.
Mr. X, yeah.
Follow you around.
Yeah, hopefully, be a lot of that tonight in the castle demo. So she's slow, but because she's so tall, she's also catches up for you quite quick because she only walks and she's got like massive like spiky hands. Yeah, and she's just going to tear into you. And then not only have you got to worry about her, you've got her daughters as well, which are kind of like mini bosses. I've been hearing rumors that you're going to have to find certain objects. So when they come find you and attack you, you can use those objects to make them disappear again. But you're going to have to do several things with those objects before you can initiate the boss battle to kill the daughters. So it looks really interesting. And I'm really looking forward to the demo tonight. But yeah, as for the village, it's great. For that such a small space to be packed in so much stuff. It'd be a right shame if the whole actual level of the village was all in the demo. That would and the same, it's just a 60-minute long game. That would be disappointing.
One and part two.
That's it. It turns out I've already played it. No, but so it's really good. Really looking forward to it. Like everything that I wanted to be in that demo was in it, and I'm just so happy that they're releasing demos. You don't get many games will do it. And they really do seem to look after the fan base. But I think you should give it a go, Brad. I think you'd like it.
With me?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He won't play it.
I won't.
He's too scared.
I heard that their thing as well. I can't remember what VR platform it is. It's one of them.
It's going to be
Quest
I think it's Quest or
Yeah, they're doing a Resident Evil 4 VR,
which looks brilliant. Which looks amazing. Yeah, my mate at work, he's got a VR, so he's going to give it a go. I can get his opinions on it. But yeah, you got your knife and your gun. Yeah, bang bang. But no, it looks brilliant. That was a big announcement last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's actually tempted me to get the
VR.
Whatever it is. Yeah, because it's just its own unit. You don't have to have it set up to a console or anything like that. It literally just runs off its own.
own thing.
Yeah. Oh, here's another thing. So when it comes to combat, when you're fighting a Lycan, if they get the upper hand, you can stab them and kick them away, which is a new mechanic that was never in the old game. I think that's because they're going to be swarming you so much they had to put something else in there, otherwise you're just going to get torn to pieces. And when you do die, it's quite graphic because they kind of like swing an axe into you. Well, this one guy did anyway. Swings an axe into you and then just dives his hand into your chest and then just starts eating you.
Nice.
See, that's a bit unrealistic. Like Resident Evil games, you used to get bit all the time, but you didn't turn into a zombie. Bit unrealistic, actually. Yeah. So
no, they're always going for the kill, the zombies. Yeah, the only people who turn into zombies are the ones who get away.
Yeah, but he gets. Yeah, but why didn't Leon not 2 get turned into a zombie and he gets bit?
He didn't get bit.
He does get bit. He gets when they lunge at you, you're like, you have to push him off. Yeah,
well, he's bloody sick. He's a sick guy, and he's got antibodies. Don't worry about it. Just play the game.
Unbelievable.
No, that's So tonight is the castle demo. So looking forward to that. And again, I'll be talking about that next week.
Yeah, look forward to it.
Hopefully, good animations with reloading like this one had. The handgun animation for reloading is just amazing. I will keep going on about it. The way he pulls that magazine out and chucks the other one in, it's just not like bang, that's gone, that's on the floor.
Nice. I did hear talking about the performance. I heard they've got ray tracing with the 60 frames. Is that not correct?
I think it does, but I think they boost it up so you can have ray tracing, but it goes down to like 45 frames.
Okay.
For PlayStation 5. And same with so they've done a really good job with all the different platforms like PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and PlayStation 4. They've tried to optimize it so you're going to be getting the best out of it for what your game style is. If you want it to be higher frames, you can have that, or if you want better graphics for that console, you can have it. So that's pretty good. Oh, and one other thing, big news. I think I've only seen it for Japan, but you can if you buy a certain copy of the game, you get a full length beach towel of Lady Dimitrescu. So that's cool. Like this 10-foot towel. There's an image of this little guy laying next to this towel, and it's massive. So I have to import that in.
That's genius.
The old towel of Lady Dimitrescu.
It might actually be a towel big enough to wrap around me. You might have to get one.
Yeah, mate, you might. Yeah, do it. That's my news on Resident Evil.
Well, did you play it, Brad? Take it you didn't.
No, I consciously held off. I could have done, but yeah, I just thought I'm just going to dive in, play the game when it starts. I like to get the momentum with these sorts of games. If I sort of dip in and out, I lose interest. I don't know, I'm weird the way I'm wired like that. So
that's fair.
Yeah, I just want to wait, get into it, and just get that momentum and just fucking go for it.
I'm going to play the castle tonight, but when you can play the full hour, I'm not going to bother playing that because it comes out on like the 3rd, I think it is, and the game comes out on the 7th. So
yeah. So obviously not this Friday, the Friday after, or was that the Friday after that?
I think it's the Friday after that. I think.
It's not this
7th, isn't it?
The Friday after.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we'll do the Metacritic score because next week's episode it will be. No, we'll just do it this week, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, anyway, you done with your topic?
Done with the topic. Play the game. Done. Play the demo.
Play the demo.
Well,
play the game.
You can play this one. You can't play.
The previous one.
The old one. Yeah. Brad, so you got your job again, mate. Make sure you put up on Instagram the old times. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
I'll get that done.
I'm struggling to find clips for Resident Evil that we haven't used already. It's just reading the same ones, just same stuff. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Well, you've got to find it for another 2 weeks yet, because I'm going to be talking about it again. So,
well, do us a favor and start recording your gameplay. But
I could do.
You could do. Yep. Anyway, NieR Replicant version 1.22, which is, if you don't know, it's a remaster of a 10-year-old game, which was called NieR Replicant. Which only got released in Japan. They did actually release a version in the West, but it was just called NieR. And it's basically the same game, but all they changed was the protagonist wasn't the Yana, who's is your sister in this, where in the Western version, just called NieR, you was her father. So I don't know why they made that change, but that was the difference. Everything else was the exact same. It was just a relationship between you and Yana. It's actually a prequel to NieR Automata, which was obviously a really popular game for a lot of reasons back in 2017. It's kind of, once again, it's kind of post-apocalyptic fantasy kind of world. It's not so sci-fi as Automata, where you're playing as an android against robots. This time you are humans, and it's a bit more magic. You have like a grimoire called Grimoire Weiss, which I believe is white in German. And then there is a black version, and it will go on as the story progresses. The combat's really good, though. That's what these games are well known for. And I was a little bit concerned just because I didn't think it was going to be as good, just because Platinum are not making it. And obviously Platinum are known for their really fast combat with obviously NieR Automata and Bayonetta and these type of games. If you like those types of games, it's made by Toy Logic. But it's brilliant. The combat is fantastic. It's really fast. It's interesting. The enemies that you fight are called shaders, and they come in different forms. And it's it's really satisfying to play. And with the music, it's probably the best soundtrack I've ever heard in any game. Like NieR Automata was quite well known for its soundtrack as well. And it's just, I don't know, each area has its own, like, it's like a live orchestra music, and then you're firing, and you've got this airy music, and I don't know, it's, you have to play it to like experience it. It's really, really good. There's a few things that haven't really aged well because it's not a remake, it is a remaster, and some of the quests and side quests are just not aged well at all. It's kind of like the beginning bit is really slow. Like, you're in your house, then you got to go to the library. There's a load screen. You then talk to the girl in the library. She gives you a quest. You then go back out the library. There's a load screen to the world. You then go to a merchant. You collect whatever she told you to collect. You then go back to the library, another load screen. You talk to her. Do you know what I mean? It's like back, forth. And it's just kind of like, this doesn't age well in 2021. Like, you needed to change that.
Load screens, though?
It's 10, 15 seconds, but when it's frequent, it becomes annoying.
Yeah.
Although it's just like on PS5, it's irritating, and there's no upgrade for PS5. It's just a PS4 game.
Is this what you were playing last night when I was doing a raid in Destiny, and you dipped on Destiny for a little bit, and then you jumped back on it, and I just heard fucking bollocks. I don't think he saved his progress.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You had to go through all those loading screens again.
I lost about an hour's worth of progress last night. Yeah, unbelievable. The only way you save is through these little saving stations, which once again is not very modernized system. It's very like JRPG. You have to save, and it's all saving is like linked to the world, because it's not the same here. It is a bit more of a save system, but in Automata, because you was an android, it was kind of like a permadeath system. If you died, your body, you were dead. But what you were saving was you was cloning your body into machines, and then you would come out of that machine as a cloned body, and whatever you had on you at that time, you would come out, and you could then find your body and reclaim stuff that you've collected. So it's like integrated within the game, like all the mechanics, all the upgrade systems, where this is a little bit more fantasy. There's magic, like you said, you have your grimoire and the powers and stuff, and the book talks and stuff, and he's quite funny. He's a little bit grumpy, and he's a bit arrogant, and he's very like, he bitches whenever you do like a side quest. He's like, why are you doing this shit and stuff like that. There's another companion that you have a couple of companions, and they're kind of what makes the game, because your character that you play is a little bit, I don't know, a bit boring. It's a bit vanilla. He's a bit like, I just want to save my sister, because basically the point of the story is your sister's got this kind of, I don't know, cancer, this like black scroll thing. You're trying to find the cure kind of thing for it. And as you go along on your journey, you meet these companions, and then they follow you on their journey. And it's kind of they're talking to each other as you're going along your journey, what kind of makes it. That is really good with the music and the combat. And it's really, really fun to play. Highly recommend it, especially if you liked Automata. So yeah, I'm sure there's going to be multiple endings and stuff. But
Automata is on Game Pass as well, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those games that you need to have like hundreds of hours to put in.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
Through like so many times to get the real ending or something. You know?
Yeah, you have to play through 3 times, but and that's always put me off. But when what was I listening to? Something recently, and I was talking about Replicant, and then people were talking about who's obviously beat Automata. And they said it's not as bad as you think. So when you do the second playthrough, it's not like 40 hours long. Like the first playthrough is like 15. Right. And then when you do the third, it's like 5 or 8 hours. You just get these alternative endings. And there's like, I think there's like 8 or other, there's like 8 different versions of how it ends. And I'm sure this is going to be the same. And because this is a prequel, I think it's the 5th ending of this one is where Automata starts. And there's like characters that interlink it and stuff. And
I was going to say, does it lead?
Yeah, it was all linked. Yeah, it's all association. Like there's there's a companion that you have who's actually in Automata, and he's just a merchant. He sells you stuff, and it's kind of quite a little Easter egg that he's there. And obviously, I've never played this version of NieR, so I didn't know who he was at the time. So it's quite cool to see him as a character. He's kind of that weird looking. I don't know if you've ever seen any art for NieR, but it's either really like girls in really skimpy outfits. Like,
he sent me some art last night.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. It's just, this game is unbelievable. I think her name is Kane, who is a companion that you have, and she's a bit of a, I don't know, she's got a bit of a sassy character about her as well. At one point, you're like fighting this enemy, and she's like, "Pull your head out of your ass and fucking help me." I don't know. She's just like, there's like little one-liners like that, and she's wearing some like nightie, little silk nightie, and the back is completely cut off, and the bum is completely out, and it's just like some like honestly.
It's a weird game you're playing here, mate. You sure this is
it's good.
A more widescreen game?
Yeah, it's popular. It's scored 84. Yeah, it's very popular. Yeah, for a lot of reasons. But Automata is even more. You're actually playing like sexy Android girls. But the only disappointing thing with this is that they wanted to keep it at 60 frames, which I get. It's really fast combat. You kind of need it at 60 frames. But because it's obviously a PS4, Xbox One game, they then decided to down-res it to 1080p. So it's at 1080p all the way through, which makes some textures look a little bit poor, especially on my great TV. And I'm used to 4K pretty much all the time. So then see something at 1080p, it just looks a bit like...
Makes you sick. You're like...
Yeah, especially when Automata is 4K 60 now. So a game that came out in 2017 looks better than this game, which is a bit like... But yeah.
Who's the companion who has a face like a moon?
That's the guy that's the I was telling about. That's the merchant. Yeah.
Okay.
But where I am at the moment, he just looks like a normal kid.
Right.
And he's actually, I guess it's spoiled.
Turn his face into a moon.
No, he's not actually a kid. I guess it's a bit spoilery territory, but he's actually like a ultimate ancient weapon. He's called number 7 and his sister's number 6, and you'll find out. And then he transforms into that weird moon creature.
Moon boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I would say it does sound good, and I would say I'd play it, but I know I never will. So
I'll probably just watch a video on it.
I know it's like one of those things. It's Japanese. It's really Japanesey. If you're not into Japanese stuff, it is weird.
Yeah.
But when you're either going to love it or hate it. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're in it, because the combat is so good, the music's good, the story's quite interesting and stuff, and the characters, the way they're interlocking. Once you get into it, you'll be like, wow. That's why they're kind of cult classics almost, because they're honestly, once you play them, it's like really fun to play.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it sounds like to me, Brad. You got a moon boy. What else is a moon boy? A moon. It's moonmons, isn't it?
Moonmons. Confirmed moonmons activity. Yeah. I think our thumbnail for this week's episode should just be a moomin. Yeah. We love
them.
No. Refuse to.
That's that's the segment. Is that the segments?
Yeah. Got not much to say about it. Yeah, go play it. It's out now. £50.
50 GBP, Great British Pounds.
GBP. Sterling.
Costs more in other countries, but we don't know how much. Okay, so
translate as you will.
Now it's time for a little segment called This
Gone.
This Damn Gaming.
Oh, I got it first.
Well, I was going to do the guessing game, but these bastards already know what it is. So
I've got the point.
Yeah, I don't think you got the point. I don't think it counts as a point.
Well, I think it did.
I don't think it counts as a point.
Definitely not. I'm still winning. The prick's still winning.
Look at this.
Oh, what
Actually,
am I?
You know what, Ash?
Big prick.
You got the point, mate.
Yeah.
You got the point.
I got the point. Cheating prick.
No,
I get why you wouldn't give it to me, but what about poor Brad Moore down there?
Yeah, but you didn't get it first.
Right, Brad,
no, did you?
I tell you what, it's level playing field now. Everyone's got 2.
That's only
fair.
That's fair. That's the only fair solution to this problem.
So Brad's got 2.
This competition is
Reese's got 2.
Corrupt.
Okay. So that's
some fucking corruption going on.
26th of April 2019. Days Gone got released. It's been in the news recently. Obviously,
where did it get released?
Where
did it get released? I don't think it was released over here, was it?
It said Japan, but then I also just Googled it and
okay.
it just said it's released. So we're going to go with it's
Nice.
been, it's released. So yeah, it's been in the news lately because it's been announced that there's going to be no sequel because it didn't do well enough. And then the developer, one of the developers kind of went on a mad one, and the last week or so, and was going off on cheap gamers not buying it. Like, don't complain there's not going to be a sequel when you don't buy it, or you wait for a sale or buy it for friends. Then don't complain when there's not a sequel because you didn't make enough money. And then like 4 days after that, he was like, "Oh no, we appreciate everyone playing a game, whether you done it on PlayStation Plus or the collection, or you borrowed it off someone, or you waited for a sale." So yeah, he just kind of like lost his shit a little bit, and then kind of backtracked. Yeah, because I did buy it. I bought it, but I bought it on the sale last year.
I played it on the thingy.
Ashley's played it on the collection. None of us bought it full price. I think mainly because of, and I get it. Yeah, buy like these big games that do well, people buy them day one. Day one they buy them. But there was a lot of bugs, and like it was pretty, it was a little bit broken when it came out. So obviously your reviews have come out, and people have said, yeah, this could be a good game. But at the minute, as it is, it's a bit janky. So I don't know, maybe don't buy it straight away. So yeah, fair enough.
Did it come out when a load of other games come out as well? Because I can't even remember it. So I don't know if there was other stuff.
But plus, it's just another zombie game as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't really niche enough.
Zombie
it's like,
game,
how many zombie games we got?
Yeah, it is developed. It took a long time to cut in. It was a long time in development. But like you look at like God of War, it come out, it worked. There was no it was just finished, polished, done. People bought it,
Just
full
works.
price. Everyone loved it. You ain't gonna if you're going. I'm gonna buy this game. Like how many people was going out and buying Cyberpunk 2077 after everything come out about how broke it was? No one. Everyone was getting a refund. So yeah, support developers, buy the games, but at the same time, do your part and release.
I really not. Have you heard the numbers about that? They got released this week.
What's that? Sorry.
About Cyberpunk.
No, what about it?
So apparently they sold in 2020. They sold 14.5 million copies.
Yeah.
And only, I think it was 400,000 people got a refund.
Yeah, that's like, refund. Those people are me. Like, so I've got, I bought it and it's there.
Yeah, that's same as me. I couldn't be bothered to go through it. I couldn't be bothered to go through the rigmarole of returning it.
Deleted it on PlayStation.
But basically, they got 30 million sales from it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, but that damage which has been done to that game is never gonna recover from that. The studio would be all right if they release the next Witcher and that's a good game. People will buy it.
I think Cyberpunk can be saved. I think Cyberpunk can be saved.
Well, we're not talking about Cyberpunk. We're talking about Days Gone.
All right.
They're liars.
But yeah, as I said before, Reese started chatting about Cyberpunk. Do your part and release a fully working game, a finished game. I know Ash.
Was that the biggest problem with it, or was it just it wasn't good compared to?
Yeah, I kind of think like it was.
Like looking at the score, it scored 71 on Metacritic.
Like Brad said.
That's very, very low.
Yeah, zombie fatigue. You kind of like, I don't really care. And yeah, I remember when even before I heard it wasn't, in full working order, I wasn't bothered. I was like, I don't really. It didn't go like you got Ghost of Tsushima come out. New IP. I'm gonna get that straight away. Bought it, loved it. Days Gone just never grabbed me. Never really.
It didn't grab me. It was interesting. I remember hearing about it, thinking that sounds like a good game.
Yeah,
but it was never like that sounds like a good game. I'm gonna go out and buy it.
Yeah. So I know Ashley's played it more than me. I only played it for a couple of hours. But
why did you stop playing it?
I heard that. Oh, sorry, Brad.
Go on, sorry. I stopped playing it because it looked terrible. Like when on
PS5,
on my PS4, I was playing it on my PS4 last year. It looked terrible, and like the story just wasn't grabbing me. And I found like the motorbike handling was terrible. I don't know if it's because my controller just had like a lot of controller.
Yeah, I've heard other people say that.
It was like trying to steer a boat. It was horrible.
Okay.
So yeah, I just stopped playing it, and Ash got right near the end, and he just stopped.
Yeah. So when I played it, the graphics were brilliant. Not gonna lie, the graphics were brilliant. I had no problem with that bike. The bike perfect.
You was on PS5, right?
Yeah, the game I played was working perfectly, and that's why I enjoyed playing it. And the mechanics were good, graphics were really good. You could see like rain running off his face. So if they had brought that game out, I think it would have done all right. But the only thing what killed it for me is I got quite far into it, and they was like, we're not going to make a sequel. And I'd already heard that it ended on a cliffhanger. So I was like, what's the point? So I just
there you go.
give up with it. But yeah, the game I played, graphics was brilliant. The bike handled really well. I didn't come across one bug. Oh, it's a really good game, but maybe if they'd released that would have worked out really well for them.
I remember one bit that you killed someone there and the blood was coming out the body, and it just looked really bad. It just there was like no texture to it, and it just looked really. But I was playing it on like original PS4, and like while I was playing it, my PS4 did sound like it was just gonna like explode any minute.
Blow up.
So yeah. But maybe I'll go back. It's in the backlog. It's in the backlog. It's added to the list of games I've started for a couple of hours and never gone back to.
If they'd have done it so you could change your clothes, I probably would have played it a lot more. You know what I'm like about a hat. I like a nice hat, so probably would have played it more.
Yeah.
But,
did you play it, Brad?
The fact you could upgrade your bike.
You never played it? No?
Never played it. Never installed it. No.
Oh, really? Why? Considering you do like horror-y zombie games.
Why not?
I don't think I do. I like horror games. I don't really like
games.
I don't know. I don't.
Destiny.
I just didn't like the look of it at the time when it did come out. I was balls deep in Destiny, and then since then,
never stopped.
Zombie games aren't my go-to. I do like horror. I know there's a fine line, and some of the horror and zombies you could say, I don't know, a bit of a crossover there, but it didn't really appeal to me. Didn't really appeal to me.
Yeah, no, same. Didn't appeal to me at all.
Yeah,
although it's free now, it's in my library. I've never bothered downloading it. It's
exactly, it's on a collection. If you've got a PS5, if you haven't got a PS5 and you've got PS4, it was last month's PlayStation Plus. So, and to be fair to Sony, I know we went and criticised them. Well, you were criticising them last week. They gave this game every chance. Not only did they release it, they gave it enhancements on PS5, upgraded to 4K 60. Then they put it on PC. Like they've given this game so many chances to do well, and it hasn't. It hasn't reviewed well. It hasn't. No one's bought it. So I'm not surprised. Why would you give them a sequel? It's our fault there's no sequel because we didn't buy it full price. So we're to blame.
It's a weird one. If you had nothing else to play, and this game come
on an
out,
island,
if this game come out the same way like Ghost of Tsushima did, and it was at that PlayStation 5 level, like what I played it at, I think it could have done really well. But it's not even. I've not played it. I can't judge. But Ghost of Tsushima was incredible. Ghost of Tsushima was a much better game. I'm just talking about like this had a solid story, and the graphics I played was fine. I didn't have no bugs. It would have done well, but it would have done better than it did. 100%, 100%. Yeah, it was a finish. What I played was a finished game that worked. Yeah. But what I'm hearing is when it first came out, that wasn't the case. Yeah, something like the AI was pretty a bit ropey. I think like the zombies and like the horde and all that. So yeah, a shame. As I say, might go back to it, but that was this week's this day in gaming. He's gone. And it is gone because there's going to be no sequel. It's gone. Bloody days, well gone, mate. Cool. Yeah. Well, while we're on talking about this day in gaming, well, I guess it's not related. I don't know why I was trying to do a segue there. Let's do this day in gaming. There's nothing. It's got nothing to do. Nothing related to it, but let's talk about this. Let's talk. Let's talk about Metacritic scores for Resident Evil. Who would like to kick it off first? Do you want to know the score for 7? Yes, please. It was 86. 86. Okay. 86. See, I want to go for a joke answer, but 69, but I don't want that to be my answer. But if only it could be, it would be funny. If only we reviewed shitter games. Yeah, there'll be one. There'll be one day. One day. Brad Seeley, what are you going with? 69? No, I said that was a joke. It's locked in. First answer. I'm going to go for. So the last one was 86. I'm going to say 88. Okay. Ash, am I putting down 100 for you? I'm going to go 93. I was going to say 99. No, 93. A modest 93. Yeah, right. I'm going to go with 93. The same score of Breath of the Wild. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, who completed Breath of the Wild? No one here. I've nearly got there. I've only got the temple. Did you do it? But yeah, twice. I done it twice, yeah. Got bored. A lot of time on again. My hands. One of those games I started, really enjoyed, didn't want to end, so I stopped playing it. Wow. Bradmore?
Can you go next? I'd like you to go next. 'Cause
You just got to copy whatever I put.
No, I feel like you get an advantage going last. That's all.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, it's got to be fair. You go next, Reese.
All right, I'll go.
Reese.
Mass Effect next week.
Reese.
I will go first.
No, go just you go first next week, but then
All right, I'm saying I'll go
next.
now, but next week I'll also go first. All right, chill out.
No.
I'm going to go with 85.
85. Fucking hell.
I'll go 89.
89. Nice. I think you're all wrong. 93 all the way.
Yeah, see, Ash.
I feel like Ash doesn't go with logic; he just goes with emotions.
I follow my heart.
Yeah, rather than what critics actually going to score, it just goes with pure emotion.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You can't trust critics. Look at
exactly.
fucking,
you go for
whether you trust them or not is the score.
Go for your heart. You'd give Last of Us 2 like a 10.
Yeah, exactly. So
and you would be wrong.
Like, it's the
best game ever.
I love it so much.
Will you slag it off? Are you some sort of arsehole?
Dickheads.
That's what it'd be like.
Wasn't there? I felt like there was a rule in embargo not to bring up Last of Us Part 2.
We would bring it up every episode. And it's
you created, and then you bring it up and get pissed off.
I know. This makes me angry.
Anyway.
Let's go have a cup of tea now.
Oh, well.
What's next?
What we've been playing this week? Has anybody played anything that we haven't spoke about? Anything that you want to?
I replayed Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Oh, fuck off.
No, I generally did.
We're not talking about more Resident Evil.
Brilliant.
I downloaded.
Sick of it.
I actually played the Xbox.
Whoa.
And an Xbox flagship title as well. Halo 5.
Halo. Oh, yeah. Apparently that's really good.
Yeah, it's all right so far.
The franchise?
You get
yeah, the franchise, yeah.
You play as John 117, the Master Chief, and this other guy called Locke.
John.
It's what's his name? It's what's his name? What's the guy from the Netflix Marvel series? Power Man.
Marvel series.
But it's Luke Cage. It's Luke Cage
right.
in the game, and Nathan Fillion. They're like, okay, there they are. Right. Okay. Cool. Nice. Yeah, I've done like 3 missions so far. So yeah, I thought I'd give it. I've never played it. It used to be a big Halo
I love
fan.
Brad's reviews. Done 3 missions, jumped out. That's it. Done.
And this was last night. I was only started playing it. I downloaded it yesterday. So I was playing it last night. Done 3 missions. I used to be really big into Halo. Like read the books and all that and everything.
Yeah, it was good.
So I thought I'd give this a go before. I don't know when Infinite's coming out. I think it's like the autumn, but I'd give it a go. I'm just a bit lost because I can't really remember what happened in 4. I can remember what happened in the 3, where there was like a treaty between the humans and the Covenant. The Covenant War ended, and then in the 4 there was like some Forerunner thing going on. And then in this one, the Forerunners are there. You're killing Covenant everywhere, and I was like, "Why? This is like a faction of the Covenant? Yeah, is this? I don't know what's going on, but I might have to look at some sort of like lore to see why it's happening." But
just look up a YouTube video, mate.
That's what I do. Yeah. But Master Chief's looking for Cortana, and then they're like, he's Master Chief's a bad guy. New guy, go arrest him, and it's like, oh, all right. But yeah, so far. Was
I the only one who thought that? Well, I definitely was. But the new Halo, I didn't feel it looked that bad.
You're joking.
I'm looking forward to it.
I thought it looked all right.
You're joking.
It. Yeah, no.
What, the Craig monster?
Yeah, he's all right. I only saw him for 5 minutes. Might not have rendered in properly yet. Everyone gave him a hard time. He just popped in, didn't he?
Craig alone.
Wow.
He's not a monster. It's a
now I take your opinion. It was low, but it's even lower now.
It's good. It's a good game.
It looks shocking.
They would have fixed it. Look, you're the one who said Cyberpunk would get sorted out. I believe if they released Halo, they would have fixed it within a couple of weeks. Patch 1.101.
Yeah.
Apparently not. It's taken them a whole year to fix it.
But getting some time in the Xbox, which is
I played Resident Evil 3 on the Xbox.
Yeah.
So if you know, I play quite a lot of Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
2 and now 3 and 8.
That's another game I'm going to go back to. I'm going to go back to Resident Evil 2 at some point.
You should go back to Resident Evil 7 or just play Resident Evil 7. No, right.
From the collections, right?
Yeah, man.
7's brilliant. It's so good.
Yeah, 7 is really good. You'd like 7 because it's quite easy once you get a shotgun.
Okay. Maybe, yeah. I might do it one day. I'm going to add it to the. I might play it one day list. If anyone if everyone does like a a list of everything I'm going to play, it's a long list. So.
I think we should do something where we all have to play one game we haven't played, and you have to play it. I'm not saying you have to complete it. I'm just saying you have to get a fair amount into it.
And what would mine be? You'd say mine
Resident Evil
7, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what we've got onto the topic. Mine could be the one with the.
I feel like Brad's is loads. It could be like 20 different games.
I'm going to get my one for Reese would be an Xbox game, so he has to buy an Xbox.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
For Reese, it would be Titanfall 2. You'd have to play Titanfall 2 because that is.
We review games.
No,
we're going to have to buy an Xbox anyway.
Yeah.
I think I've got that. Was it on Plus?
It was
at one point, and I've got it in my library. I've got it in my library.
Yeah, you'd have to. Brad would have to play something that ain't Destiny.
Is the platinum easy? Is the platinum easy?
I don't know. I think there's some like speed run things maybe somewhere in there. I don't know.
Right.
I played it on
the trophies in NieR, by the way, are bullshit. Absolute bullshit. There's loads of speed run things. Kill this enemy in this amount of time. Kill this boss in 2 minutes. Kill it like. We do like getting platinum trophies, but I wouldn't not play a game because of the trophy. Like I can't get platinum.
This is ridiculous.
No, I'm not going to play because it doesn't. I can't get the platinum. I'm not going to get the platinum in NieR. It's just a thing to think of before you play it. So then, from the beginning, you can start going for that goal.
Yeah. Okay.
Or not give a fuck about them.
Yeah, exactly, and just enjoy the game for what it is.
Coming from the guy that likes to tick every single triumph box off in Destiny, so you can fuck off.
Do you stress out when you play like Nintendo Switch and be like, "Oh, what the fuck am I playing this for? What is the purpose? Where can I show off? What's the point of me playing this game?"
No, I do.
Exactly.
No, there is a thing there. I do think, where is the trophy system or where is the achievement system?
If I was playing The Witcher 3 on the PlayStation 4 Xbox, I'd be getting these trophies and achievements. I'd done it all on Switch, so I got nothing for it. But I just didn't care because it's just story.
But wouldn't it be more enjoyable if you do get the platinum for it?
No.
They stress me out. Do it on Death March difficulty.
I know, but just the feeling of getting a platinum for Witcher, how good would that be?
Yeah, but can you imagine trying to do it in Death March? You'd be like get hit once. And
I saw at the start that was how you got the platinum, and I was like, brilliant. Okay, I do not have to worry. I'm not going to think about a single fucking trophy in this game. I'm just going to play it and enjoy it, and it was lovely.
Exactly. It's just.
And I'm one of the only cunts who actually finished it as well.
I finished it.
Who didn't finish it?
And I completed all the DLC as well.
I finished it. Yeah.
I
got the worst possible ending. Everyone died. It's just.
I didn't finish it.
We didn't finish it
because you were too hung up on your trophies, mate.
Yeah.
We need to take you some sort of meeting.
He got scared off.
I'm going to play again. I rebought it again. I got the complete edition, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Ready for the PS5 upgrade.
It's $7.99 again. So cheap.
There's such good DLCs as well.
I think it sold more copies. Go on, sorry, Ash, I'm talking over you. Go on.
No, I'm just saying that both of the DLCs are brilliant. They really are worth it.
Yeah, I can't wait to jump in. I'm going to wait for the PS5 upgrade though.
I
think they said 2020 was its best year ever for sales, Witcher 3.
That's when I bought it again and played it again last year.
Yeah, I bought it again as well. So.
You, if you have the Ultimate Edition, though, it kind of loads in some of the higher level enemies from the DLC because like the level cap goes up. So I was just like, I'm just going to explore all the map. And this is like near the end of the game. Like I only had a few missions to do. I thought I'm just going to explore this, explore the map. Went into this forest and there's like some giant fucking spiders in there. Just killed me straight away. I was like, all right, well, I'll avoid that bit. Went to another bit. There's some pigs, some wild pigs. I was like, they're pigs. Like level 52 pigs. It done me straight away. I was like, you know what? This side of the map, I'll just leave it. I was going to come back to this.
That was a sharp turn. Like because I've done all the game, completed it all.
Yeah.
Like the base game, done it, brilliant. I was the best. I could take on anything, and then I downloaded the DLCs. Went in there, got killed straight away. I was like, oh, yeah, Peacock killed me.
There was
What's going on here?
He got this quest, and it's like, oh, can you find my brother? And I was like, I looked into this quest, and it was to do with like this giant spider, and I was like, you know what, your brother's dead, mate. He's gone.
But really,
I can't find him. I can't get him back.
Do it, mate.
Yeah, just have a little funeral. It's gone. Move on. Yeah. So, yeah, good.
Good job, Brad's my brother, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Sorry, mate. Giant spider. I'm out.
You're on your own.
Even if it was can you just go pick him up? He's like broke down the road. I'd be like, listen,
No.
he's like, listen,
He's dead. He's dead.
gone. Yeah,
We're gonna
done.
get that funeral going.
Done. Oh, actually, no, once she did crash his car, and I did have to go rescue him. So
Yeah, bad times.
yeah, and I didn't really do anything. I just stood there.
Well, we have derailed.
We have derailed.
Hey, listen, this is
Back
the
to the
life.
podcast.
This is the life of the brothers.
Yeah, Brothers Corner. There's going to be a new
Yeah.
segment,
Yeah.
which
Brothers
which I'm voting against. Is this the end of the video game part?
This is part of the video game part, yeah, and then we're going to go on to the Falcon and Winter Soldier finale episode.
Oh, thank fuck it's ended.
I don't know if Brad, you in now, Brad, or you leaving? Right, Brad's out.
I'm out.
Right, we'll
Have
say
you watched
goodbye
any
to everyone
Marvel?
else.
Anything new? Have you watched anything?
No, I've been watching Ozark. Giving
What's
Marvel a
Ozark?
break.
Okay, fair enough.
It's
Jason
got,
Bateman,
Jason
Money
Bateman in
Laundering.
it, yeah.
It's good.
Apparently,
It's really good.
Drugs.
related to you, apparently Sony have made a deal with Disney, and so all the Spider-Man movies are going on to Disney Plus.
Oh, sick.
But they got to wait for their deal to end with Netflix, I believe. So at some
They're
point
not, on,
this
they're
year,
not on Netflix. It might be America.
America.
They're not
yeah,
on-
in the US they're in America.
Okay.
Yeah,
Change your IP address.
yeah.
And you can watch
They're on
it.
Sky here though. If you got Sky or Now TV, all the Spider-Men are on Sky. So in the UK, so.
Spider-Man.
iPad job, that. iPad job.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dodgy password. There we go.
If we'll say goodbye to
Eagles.
the people who only care about us talking about video games and they don't care about TV shows, or if they just want to jump out. So yeah, thanks for listening. Like we said at the top of the show, we release new episodes every Monday. It'd be really good if you do enjoy the show to tell someone who you think might like the show as well, or even if you don't think they'll like the show, just get them to download it.
Tell them
and
anyway.
subscribe. We'll take it. It's nice.
People
You
you
don't
don't
even
like.
have to watch us. Just
Adam?
click. Just give
Yeah,
us a view,
just give it a
like
view, yeah.
it,
Subscribe.
and fuck off with your day.
Yeah, it's just
You know.
if you want to get in touch with us, there's our social media account.
It's become a very niche podcast, hasn't it? Now it's either you like Resident Evil
or Destiny.
or Destiny. If you're not
Yeah.
into those two things, or PlayStation, I guess,
Yeah.
you kind
Well,
of.
I'm playing
I'm playing Halo.
I'm gonna get an Xbox. I'm gonna get the new
Yeah.
Xbox. I'm gonna be an Xbox man. Even
Yeah.
though I tried to download something on the Xbox a couple of days ago and I nearly smashed the fucking thing because it was so complicated. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a new one.
the software
yeah.
company.
So,
Mm.
so Instagram and Twitter at PTPlayerspod. Facebook is the Part-Time Players Podcast. Our Gmail is ptplayerspod@gmail.com. If you want to get in touch with us, use any of those. Send us a question, comment. Let us know if you are happy about the PS3 store, Vita store staying open, or if you're not, you don't care. Let us know if you love all the Destiny and Resident Evil news. And we'll be back next Monday.
Yes, we
Thanks
will be
for
back
listening.
next Monday.
And,
Yeah, thank you for
leave us
listening.
a nice, leave us a nice
Thank you very
five-star
much.
review. Take all
Thank
those
you.
stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Like,
thank
we're
you.
like fucking Mario.
Yeah.
Love the stars.
I think Brad's ducking out now. Yeah,
Brad's gone.
Bye,
gone.
bye,
Right, bye, Brad. Okay, yeah. So Falcon Winter Soldier episode 6, the finale. Very lackluster show, I think.
The finale was very lackluster.
We got
Yeah,
the
with spoilers, yeah, this is
all
the-
spoilers.
Yep.
Spoiler chat. So I think where WandaVision went from strength to strength, this one just kind of it hit a peak and then it just kind of flopped. I think it hit a peak at episode 4, maybe. I think, or 3 or 4. And yeah, just kind of
3 probably.
Zemo. I think Zemo wore his mask once. It's, I don't know. It just wasn't. It didn't hit the highs for me. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. You know, where it's something
Sure.
you could just sit and watch and just kind of turn off and watch it. To be fair, the show that I've talked about it before, and I talk about it every week. The one that is so much better is Invincible. Now that's got its finale next week.
Because you said that. I watched not last week, the week before. I watched all like 5 episodes or 4 episodes in one hit.
Yeah,
I'm completely caught up now.
So
really good.
Yeah. So it's episode 7 was this week, and then episode 8 is next week. But
How many episodes of that?
8
8.
episodes. Yeah.
For
Well
the season?
Yeah, one. Yeah, there's going to be another season, but it's only 8
Okay.
episodes.
Okay. I
Yeah.
was going to say we can
But-
start that from next week, but I guess it's over. So
Well, we can do
Yeah.
next week if
do a
everyone
season
else has
review?
seen it. We can do a season review.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
But,
I really
yeah.
enjoyed that.
Back to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's entertaining. It just didn't hit the highs. So we do like a recap of the episode. I haven't got anything written down a few have Reese.
No, we can do a recap and also do our thoughts of the episode and maybe the season, like you've just done. Before we go into a little recap, what's your thoughts on the episode and season, Ash?
It was all right.
I think that sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, much the same as you guys. It's a bit lackluster. Like there was plenty of times in every single episode when I'm like, it's a bit boring, isn't it? Because there was no real. There was plenty of character development, but not a lot else.
It didn't develop the way I wanted. No, when we watched episode 1, and I was like, the problem with this is they're B characters, and I'm hoping as we get to the end of the series, there'll be A characters.
Yeah, even the main character didn't seem like an A character to me at all.
There might be B plus now, but they're not A. I still don't care about them. Yeah, maybe it's just me, but. All right, Falcon's got a cool outfit now, and he's now called Captain America. But I'm just like,
cool. It's very comic accurate.
Yeah, 100%. It was very comic accurate, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah. I feel like he could have been cooler. I would have liked it if he had added some tech to the shield, and like the shield could I don't know, he had like some kind of control when it went around the room, and he can control it. Came back to him.
I did put on my notes. I did put he's like his Iron Falcon because he's just kind of like. Yeah, he's got all these geared up.
Yeah.
So, but I've said my bit. What I thought of it, if it was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was me now, even though you could get through them all really quick, I probably wouldn't bother, unless you was if you was a proper fan of the franchise. It's not going to be something what you're blown away with. You're not going to talk about it with your mates, other than saying. It was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See, this is how we don't get paid by Disney because, we're not. If they want to start paying us to say that it's good, we will. We've said. Me and Rita said before, we're still out. We're still out. The first opportunity we get,
we're cheap as well.
Yeah, we're cheap as well. Yeah.
Mate, if you can get me one ticket to Disneyland in France, not even the travel. I'll go. I'll do it. I'll sell out.
I'll do it.
I want a bit more. I want a little bit more than that. But
I don't.
A coffee. Buy me a coffee.
I just want a Bud Light. Yeah, just send me like a toy in the post. Just a Woody or something. I don't know. I'll do it.
Nice. It wasn't a great episode. And I thought we ended like 4 times. And so, now he's back again.
Yeah.
I like the US agent. He's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's at the end. So the episode started with the Flag Smashers taking over the GRC building. Bucky's walking in. He's like, let's get this shit done. And he's like, and then Falcon's like flying in. He's like, don't worry, I've called backup. You're like, right, okay, call backup. They're in New York. Okay, these ain't just normal terrorists. They're superhuman terrorists. They're really, they're like Captain America's strong and all that. It's like, okay, yeah, who's he got in? We know War Machine's around Rhodey because we see him in episode 1. Doctor Strange, he lives in New York. I know he's not really his thing, but you've got all these other heroes. I've got some backup. Guess
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah. Guess what? It's Sharon Carter. It's like, really? Yeah. That's the backup. Yeah. And I watched another podcast, another YouTube channel, sorry, and they said it's kind of like it felt like the old Netflix Marvel shows where they just couldn't bring anyone else in and they just referred to the attack on New York as the incident in the show.
Yeah.
And it just kind of was like, where's the other backup? Where are they? Get some other people. Get Rhodey in. They're superhuman terrorists. This is a big threat.
I want the Punisher to come in and just start
get the Punisher to come in and start murdering them. Yeah.
He's just tearing people to pieces.
Yeah, just with a bit of wood, like a sharp bit of wood, just or something like that. But
Daredevil, that would have been quite cool.
Yeah, a Daredevil. Yeah,
if that's how they did the crossover with him bringing him in, like what's his name? Charlie something. What was it? Charlie? What's the actor's name? Who did the Netflix? Charlie Day. No, not Charlie Day. But anyway, talking about that'd be quite good.
So they're in there. They're like, "Oh, we're getting the GRC people out into cars downstairs," but really, that's the bad guys. That's the terrorists doing it. Batroc the Leaper comes in, and Captain America Falcon. He just kill Batroc the Leaper. Just throw your shield at his throat or something. Like, I know Falcon's not superpowered, but he's got like a jetpack. He's got wings. Like vibranium wings, a vibranium shield. This other guy, he's just good at like martial arts. And he didn't really beat him. He just kind of like they had a fight.
He ran away from him.
He jumped out the window, It's like,
and,
I know he's
and
good,
Bucky's too busy
but-
having a heart-to-heart and not actually doing the one
Yeah.
job he's been sent in there
Bucky-
to do. And he's
Sharon-
getting fooled by some person who's like,
Woman,
I don't know if I do want to do it. She wasn't nothing like that accent, but
No,
still,
she
it's
wasn't,
really, really annoying. And it's
Yeah.
just like, come on.
and he got away with it.
man.
And then you know Sharon Carter's a bad guy because she stuck that thing to that guy and melted all his skin off his body.
Yeah, that was
Because-
heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't think humans.
Was that
I
like
don't
the
think
worst
humans do
reveal
that.
or worst kept secret ever that she was a power
Oh,
broker?
yeah,
We
definitely,
worked it out about 4 episodes ago,
Yeah.
and then when it was like supposed to be a reveal, you're just like,
Yeah, we know.
I know,
Yeah.
and I don't really care. Like,
yeah.
I'm just and the post-credit scene as well.
And then there
Jumping
was
ahead
a
a bit there.
bit was. Yeah, basically, there was a lot of
The old
fighting.
Captain America turned
The
up.
old Captain America, John Walker turned up
With a
and
shit
was
shield.
fighting the Flag Smashers. I think his character development. I think he had a
Yeah,
redeeming
he is very
story
good. Yeah.
because he come in with his like homemade shield. Obviously, he got
And he had his Medal of Honor stuck on it. on the inside.
yeah, his guys, his mates, medal, and it's like he could have ended up letting those people die in the van because that Carly like drove it off her. She didn't even do that right. She couldn't even drive it off like a side of a road.
And
or
I'll tell you one thing what did annoy me is the fact that he was picked as Captain America as a normal human
I
being.
know, I was
He's
going
at
to bring
his
this
peak-
up. Yeah,
He's at his peak physical fitness and he's like the best
good.
soldier there is in the world.
yeah,
He got beaten by a woman who, as far as I know, hasn't got any military training.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And she just beat him up. And then, because she done some like calf McGrath thing where she spun around and kicked him. And he's like, he's got the same powers as her now. And he's got so much more knowledge. How's he not beating her up? Yeah.
And he's angry. He wants to kill her as well.
And
the rage.
It said as at one point, we was your hired muscle for the power broker. But yeah, exactly. What they got, I don't think none of them had special forces training unless like they had a background in it already. But like, yeah, I get what you mean. Like Bucky, who's been fighting for years, the world's best assassin. You got John Walker, who's Captain America. Should be able to.
They should have done it so they cheated a bit more, like they had a knife or something, or they had a gun, or they'd done a lot more dirty fighting, something like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was like hand-to-hand combat, and they all got beaten. You're like,
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. You're right, because when they both got powers, it almost makes the strength redundant.
It's like redundant. It's just skill, then, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like who is the better combat fighter, and surely
the people who got picked to be Captain America with no super serum should be the better.
Yeah.
Fighter.
But there was a big. Everyone's having big fights, big punch ups. They all kind of get. Bucky tricks the people who run away using the app to get arrested, so they get taken down, and then there's a big fight, and then it's Falcon and Sharon Carter, like Carly Morgenthau and the Batroc. So Sharon just kind of shoots Batroc the Leaper. You don't know if he's dead or not. And then she Carly's fighting the Falcon. I do like the thing that Falcon, he's just a guy who has like metal wings, but because he's been using them, he's good at what he does. Like he is, there's a bit where he puts the wings into the floor to brace himself, and because he ain't got super strength, he uses like his jetpack and that to give him a boost to hit people with shields. And obviously use them as cover and that. So he is really good at utilizing the stuff he has at hand.
He's useful if you want to like go out and want him to get like something from the shops. Like you be nipped. Like other than that, he's not really like out of all the superheroes. If you're in danger,
he was good at what is it? The bit where he like the guys in the helicopter, and that was good. I thought that was good because he like saved him, and he's like, "There you go, that's like a proper superhero thing."
Was it really dark, that scene? I really struggled to
see.
The
whole episode was dark.
I couldn't see hardly.
Really.
Maybe it's the reflection because although I've got my blinds drawn at the moment for the recording, but yeah, if I watched it during the day, it was just I couldn't see anything. The reflection,
and it's also a good job he did practice his flips because he done a lot of flips when he was fighting that one. He was flipping all over the shop. I was like, oh right, that's why he practiced the flips because he uses them evidently.
Yeah. But
very weird.
Yeah, big fight. Sharon just pops free into that Carly girl, kills her. The others get arrested. It turns out that the others kind of get blown up by Zemo's old butler when they're getting taken to the raft. So they're done with.
That's good though, because it was like, don't keep them alive. That seems like a dangerous thing to do. Yeah,
they're gone. Carly's dead. The Falcon has a big speech on in front of all the news reporters to the GRC about why it happened, and you need to do better and that. And then everyone's just kind of like, yeah, cool, he's Captain America now.
That was such a cheesy line when someone said, "Oh, it's Falcon." No, that's Captain America.
Captain America.
I was like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I was so. If it wasn't for the podcast, I would send it off. And then I'm done. I don't need to watch any more of this.
So that's kind of wrapped up, and then you see that new woman who was the big cameo, who none of us knew who she was last week. She's John Walker's got a new suit, and he is the US agent, so we knew that.
I called that episode 2.
Yeah, so he's US agent now. And
good thing about US agent, he gets to use a gun.
Yeah, Captain America did in the Second World War. He's
took that off of him.
Yeah. One bit I did think was good was that they did put the old guy, that Isaiah Bradley. I think they added his story and his statue into the Captain America museum.
Yeah, and I thought it was going to be his whole battalion, like the one he saved, but they just focused on him.
Yeah, someone did. You can pause it on the stone, like on the thing, and it does mention that it wasn't just him, and he rescued all his other comrades comrades.
Comrade.
I was going to say colleagues. I was like, no, his colleagues, like his fellow soldiers. I thought that was really good, and he appreciated that. Like he said,
nice.
No one will forget you now. What
he's not such an angry old man now.
Yeah,
we're not everyone's bad.
Yeah, I thought that would be good. But then again, I think it would have been good if they done a flashback to see him when he was younger and he took on the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
That would have been really good because. Yeah,
he says that he managed to rip his arm off.
Yeah, he went toe to toe with the Winter Soldier and beat him. So that would have been good, but obviously they didn't include it. And then that was it. Really, this kind of Bucky. They're all happy. They met at the boat, and Bucky's letting some kids hang off his arm. Falcon's now Captain America, and at the end it changes to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Bucky went and told the old guy that he killed his son, which must have been a bit awkward.
I don't think he should have done that.
Yeah, he's just getting closure, and he don't need therapy no more, because I kind of thought they said he needed to have that therapy because it was part of his parole, and he kind of just decided, like, you know what?
No, I've done that.
I'm cured. Yeah, I don't need that.
I'll give you the book. I'll give you the book in a nice little bag. Don't worry about it.
Done on the book.
Yeah,
done
the book.
Completed it, mate.
You know, so
that platinum.
And then the credit scene was Sharon Carter getting a pardon, saying, "Oh, we're sorry, you've done all this. You know, would you accept your role back in the?" I think she worked for the CIA, and she's like, "Yeah." And she goes outside, and she gets her little telephone out, and she's like, "Hey, guess what? We might not have super soldiers, but we've got like secrets and technology and everything else." And she's a baddie. She's a bloody bad guy. So
she's bringing the Carter name down to the dirt.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where she goes, where her character goes, from what film she's going to be in, and again, like with the new Captain America, who's going to be the new Avengers? You know, it's
he'll be in it, won't he? I guess.
I really
it's crazy what it can do to your mental health, just sleeping, getting cheated on with your arm, like proper sent her over the edge. Now she's a bad guy.
That's it, yeah. I really did think that they might have done like a cameo of old Steve Rogers. I really thought, like, maybe even in just standing in the crowd,
watching TV
or watching TV, or like in the museum,
watching that speech.
Like it could. I really thought they would have done it, but they didn't.
It's weird that though, isn't it? They've kind of treated him like he is dead. Like they're like, I remember Steve, and it's like he's still knocking around. He's just really old. He's just chilling.
That
I remember when Steve was alive.
At one point, he's like, "I'm Captain America," and then some bloke was like, "I thought Captain America was on the moon." So that got.
I don't get that.
Know, these people seem to think he's on the moon. He's just like, I don't know. I thought he was on the moon, but it does seem like I don't know, why bring Rhodey in as a cameo in the first episode for him not to like show back up, or I don't know. Maybe I say we're expecting too much. I'd put my expectations for this series down, not high because of, like, cameo wise, because of what happened in WandaVision, and then there's nothing. So it's I don't know.
No, I don't think we're at expectations too high. It's just disappointing. When you put the Marvel logo at the beginning, you're expecting Marvel movie level stuff, and WandaVision hit that. And this is under par. If this was concentrated into a 2-hour movie, I think it would just be naff.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be going out, this is Captain America 4. I'm just be like, oh, well, this is shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, just because they hit the bar so high with the last phase of movies and the movies that we know we've got coming up, and I'm sure Loki's going to be great. I just feel like this is just really like, I don't
think it was. I just don't think this is a very good story, to be honest.
Yeah, and I'm not looking forward to apparently they're greenlit Captain America 4 with the same director who's done this, and obviously Falcon is going to be obviously Captain America in that, and I'm just like,
as long as they have a movie version of this, more cameos, and probably get Hawkeye in. He could have shot some arrows at the bad guys. You know what I mean? He could have done anything. But
what's the next one? Is the next one Loki?
Yeah, that's in June.
When's that, June?
Not shy.
Yeah, not June. I think it's 11th of June. So,
yes. Yeah, it's 11th of June. Yeah, we got a little
month
break.
And a bit. Yeah. So, but that was our take on Falcon Winter Soldier. It was
very enthusiastic. Yeah, very enthusiastic.
I think I'm the most enthusiastic out of all of us, and I'm like, yes, well, But next week we'll talk about Invincible, because that is a damn good show.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'll catch up and we'll watch that. Or
it's not a horrible catch up either. It's really enjoyable because they normally leave you on a cliffhanger, so you want to know what's going on.
Yeah, this week's left you on a cliffhanger, and it's one of those ones where you pause it to see how much longer you got left. You're like, I've
not got much longer left. Yeah.
Cool. Like I used to do with Game of Thrones, and then that went bad as well. Damn shame.
Cool. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
As always, until next Monday. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.